Hello, welcome to Math 1342 Statistics Online for both the 16-week and Flex course. My name is Javier Guerra. I will be your instructor for this semester. I'm going to be going with you over a summary of what you will need to do for our course in order for you to be successful. So first and foremost, please read over the syllabus carefully to see how the course runs and what your expectations are. If you see on the screen, I have both the 16-week and a 8-week. So this is for both. So our course syllabus is located over here on the tabs. If you go down and find course syllabus, you should be right there. You can click on it and please read over it so that way you guys know what you're in for, what our expectations, all our what is needed from you. So please read over that. I also have a link so that way you can click on there and you can go to the syllabus, or you can click here. If you want a printout of it, you can print it. In case if you planning on transfer to university, they require you to have a proof that you did take a statistics. You can print it out and have it for your record, so that way you can show proof that you did take a stat class. So pretty much the courses are the 16-week and the 8-week is pretty much the same setup. The only difference is 16 weeks more extended, 8 weeks is more compact. So I'll kind of distinguish between the two in a little bit, but they're pretty much the same setup. In case you guys need to contact me, my cell phone number is 210-845-4454. Please text me if you have any questions. Text me and make sure that you put your name and your last name on there, so that way I know who I'm speaking to, and we can either set up a Zoom meeting or we can chat on the text, whichever is comfortable for you all. If you want to meet with me, I can set up a Zoom meeting, and I will email you the Zoom link so that way we can meet. I'm available if you guys have any questions. I'm available Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 p.m. The only thing is I'm not going to be available during the weekend. So try to get your answers or your questions set up to ask me during the week. My office hours for on campus is from Mondays through Thursdays from 1 to 3:30. But since you guys are doing internet, anytime from Monday to Thursday between 8 and 10 is perfect. Email me, text me, whatever way is comfortable for you all. You can click there for my office hours. About the course, again, please read the syllabus very carefully. My contact, I went over my contact. You must go through first. Very important thing that you guys need to do is when you get started on this course, you need to make sure that you all do the course orientation. This is very, very important that you complete everything that's on our course orientation. This is just giving you heads up of what you are going to be needing to do to be successful in this course. So you need to go through the course orientation. It's very important that you go through all those modules. Don't skip any of the modules. You got to go through all the course orientation modules. So click on there and it'll take you directly to the course orientation. So let me show you that. If I click on it, there are tabs or pages that you have to go through. Again, make sure that you go through all of them in detail. It covers how to maneuver through Canvas, communicating online, Zoom, types of tutoring, about me, my office hours, what's required, the discussions, the grading policy, the calendar, the code of conduct, online testing integrity, any tech support issues that you have, academic and student support services, course map, calendar recommendations, and then I have a quiz that you have to complete covering all those topics. And then once you're done with those, below that, this is the main artery of this course is the modules. You have to click on modules there each time that we meet, so that way you know exactly what you need to do per week. So I have it sectioned out per week, and I'll go through that in a little bit. So I'm going to go back to my home page, and on my home page, they have some tabs. If you guys need any help with any of the material, we have tutors here on campus that you can meet with, and I think they're doing Zoom for now. So I think the first 2 weeks is going to be through Zoom, and then they may or may not have tutoring on campus. So you may want to wait and see how that goes, but for sure the first 2 weeks is Zoom. I also put textbook author pages, so that way there's additional notes that you can use based off the textbook that you all can use throughout the semester. Accessing the ebook, and we're going to be using my Stat Lab for this course. To get access to that, you guys already paid the tuition. You guys did not have to buy any books or anything else besides the textbooks. It's already been paid for in your tuition. To get access to that, you're going to have to click on Alamo Books Digital Course Materials. You click on that. When you click on that, let me click on it. Click on that. It takes a while. You should get this page, which has the B, I think it's BN on it, and BNC. So once you get to that page, once you click on Alamo Books Digital Course Materials plus Digital Course Materials, you're going to get this page. And I have a whole bunch of books because I'm teaching different stat classes, but you're going to have your own unique course, whether you're doing the 16-week or the 8-week. And here is the ebook, and here is where you guys are going to click on to get access to my Stat Lab. So when you click on it, it's going to take you to the Pearson website, and you will have to register. So to register, they're going to ask you for information. They're going to ask you they're going to ask you for your email. So make sure that you put your Alamo College's email, your name at student.alamo.edu. You put that on there, and it's going to ask you for a password. So make sure that I suggest that you use the same password that you use to get onto ACES. So that's easy to remember, right? So you're going to have to probably register. And then once you finish that process, you should, each time that you need to go to my Stat Lab, each time you go to Alamo Books Digital Course, you click on that link, and it'll automatically take you to this page right here. And so you click on Open My Lab and Mastering. You click on that, and it'll take you to the My Stat Lab. So this is the home page of the My Stat Lab. Whether you're doing the 8-week or the 16-week assignments, you just click on Assignments. Right now, I don't think I have anything open yet because I haven't assigned anything yet. But once school begins, which is I'm going to put it off for Monday, even though we have a holiday. On Monday, you should see all of the assignments populated on there. So once you see all your assignments, you'll be able to do any. There's the orientation homework. That's the only one that's available for you all right now. But once school begins next week, you will see all of the assignments loaded up and installed. So you go to assignments. Once your assignments will be populated when the semester begins, you may work, or you may we can be ahead or be on pace. Try not to fall behind on any of the assignments. So here is where you guys are going to be doing your homework, your quizzes, your exams on the My Stat Lab. So all your exams, homework, quizzes will be done via My Stat Lab. So they'll be all populated there, and they'll have the due dates. So make sure that you follow the due dates that are assigned. When you complete your assignments on My Math Lab, the grades will be populated in Canvas. Sometimes it takes a while for the grade to be populated, so on Canvas. So just be patient. It takes a while for it to be put on Canvas. So you will be able to read your, be able to see your grades throughout the semester. If you go to our tab, which is grades, right here, you'll be able to see them. So I'm not going to click on it because you're going to be able to see everyone else's names on there. So you'll be able to view all your grades throughout the semester. So when you do your assignments, they will be populated into Canvas so that way you guys can see it. Homework. You will have several attempts at each question. So when you guys are doing homework, there's going to be several questions that you can do. So you will have multiple attempts, between 3 and 4 attempts to do each question. If you don't get it right, you can try it again. All the homeworks will be due on Sundays by 11:59. If you pass the deadline for homeworks, you will have until Tuesday by 11:59 to submit late, but it's going to have a 25% point reduction. So make sure that you complete your homeworks on time. Otherwise, you'll have to turn it in on Tuesday with a deduction. So try to get your homeworks completed. As far as quizzes go, for quizzes, you must complete once you start. So once you start a quiz, you can't stop and go get a drink and then come back. You gotta, it's one sitting. You gotta start it and finish it at the end. Once you complete the quiz, this one you cannot do each question multiple times. If you get it wrong, you won't be able to redo it. So you have to complete the quiz entirely and then get the grade. And then whatever grade you got, if you got a low quiz grade, you can retake the whole quiz over again. So I'm going to give you 2 chances to redo a quiz, but you got to do the entire thing at one sitting. So that's how that works with quizzes. Exams, midterms, and final exams. The 16 weeks the 16-week course will have exams, midterms, and final exam. For the 8-week, you all will only have midterms and the final exam. You will have reviews for each of those exams that must be completed before you take the actual exam. The reviews will be very similar to the exams, so it's very important that you complete the reviews. The reviews will count as a homework. As I mentioned, the exams will be very similar to the reviews. So if you do the reviews and do well, you will pretty much going to do well on the exam. So it's kind of like a heads up of what the reviews are going to be, kind of like a heads up of what's going to be on your exams. So you complete them, you'll notice that they're very similar. For all exams, you'll have 1 attempt. So again, like the quizzes, you'll have to do your exam at one sitting. Don't open it up and then, leave it open and do other chores and then come back. It's going to close it out. So make sure that when you're ready to take the exam, you are ready to take the exam and you start it and complete it at that same time. So the main part of the Canvas course will be the modules. Okay, so if you guys get lost, these tabs here are just, you just play around with them and see what's on there. But the main part of our course is modules. So you click on modules. Right, you guys notice that when I clicked on modules, there's the course orientation, which you'll have to complete. There's more specifically on how you all can get access to your ebook and my StatLab platform that we're going to be used for your homeworks, quizzes, and exams. Very detailed as how that works. Course resources. I highly encourage you all to use StatDisk in our course. I put up all the resources, the software, how to download it for free. It's a free software. You don't have to pay for it. It's included already in your tuition. It has a manual. It's got videos on how to use it for every chapter. I also included notes on Word documents per chapter of how to use StatDisk. It gives you a picture of everything, where everything goes, plugging them in and all that. And review of hypothesis tests. I put a whole bunch of resources for y'all to use for this course. So yeah, in the real world, you will have to, in stats, you will have to be exposed to some sort of software, whether you guys later on have to do SPSS, Minitab. This stat disk is uh, kind of like an intro to those software uh, you will encounter later on in your career. And then below is our weekly modules. I set up weekly modules for the 16-week. There's 16 modules. For the 8-week, there's eight modules because there's 8 weeks, and everything's on there. So each week you will have. If you click on the week 1 module overview, it'll tell you every week has a overview of what you are going to be doing for the week. Very precise. You click on it, it'll show you everything, and at the very bottom, it will give you the due dates of when all the assignments are due and what you need to do for the week. Okay. It has what you need to do per chapter. It has what homeworks you have to do. If you click on this tab, where every time you have chapter on there, these are informational pages. If you click on them, it'll have links to notes. It'll have links to videos. It'll have links to PowerPoints per section of that chapter. Okay, so every single one of them, every single module has its own informational tabs. So it's very important that you go through every single part of that module. You got to go through that and then complete the homework, complete the discussions. Of course, we're going to have discussions that you are all going to have to do and complete them. Just giving you some ideas of what your thoughts are on certain aspects of what we cover in this course. Each topic, you probably have to do a discussion once a week for the 8-week, and for the 16-week, you'll have to do a discussion every other week. And it has its own rubric. So I'll prompt you a question. You guys will have to type out the response, a summary on there, and then post it on there. And so each time that I assign one, you'll have to follow that rubric. And then under each chapter, each section, or each chapter, you'll have your homework. There's your chapter 2, there's a homework. And below that, as you can see there, you have the due dates that are on there. So there's no way that you guys can forget the due dates, because they're listed below there. That's also for the 16 weeks. It's the same thing as you call, because I'm going to show you in a minute. The 16 week is much shorter than the 8 weeks. So yeah. When doing the quizzes, exams, make sure that you all go to my stat lab and open the assignments there. Don't open them here because the window is very, very, very small. So if you want to do your homeworks or your quizzes, I highly suggest that you go to the Alamo Books Digital. You click on Open My Lab Mastering, and then do your assignments on the platform, not on. Don't click on them here because the window is very, very, very small. I highly recommend that you open them up on my stat lab. So you'll complete those. If you notice that the tabs label chapters, the pages again are the information. So I indented them. You see how they're indented? The chapter 1, those are the informational pages. They're all indented. The sections, they're all indented. And then the assignments are further indented. So just keep aware of that. Just be aware of that. So they're all broken up. They're all broken up by week. So you'll have to complete all of those assignments per week. And each week at the beginning of like Monday, I will send you a notification, an announcement telling you of what's going to be covered for that week. So every week you'll be getting an email from me, an announcement telling you what you all are going to be covering for that week and what the assignments are that are going to be required for that particular week. And they're all on there. If there is a link that is not, you cannot open it, email me and tell me, hey, sir, this is not working, and I will fix it as soon as I can. So make sure again that each module, all the assignments under that module, they are due at that Sunday of that week by 11:59 p.m. Okay. So must do's, folks. So this is so important. So the must do's, make sure that you all, for sure, you complete the course orientation. Make sure that you complete all of these tabs, all of these pages, complete them and do the orientation quiz. Make sure that you register for my math lab. Remember, you're going to go to Alamo Books Digital Courseware. You're going to go to that link. I can open it up again. You'll get that BM, and that's pretty much going to happen to most of your classes that you're taking, because we changed bookstores. We are now going with Barnes and Noble. So all your books should be on that tab. If you go to each of your courses, that tab, Alamo Books, that BNC, and you'll have it for that particular course. It takes a while for it to open up. And you'll see there's your ebook. This is another ebook that you can open up. And then here's where this launch courseware is where you will go to get access to your My Stat Lab. Now, as far as the book goes, I opened this up, the ebook, and I did not like it. I did not like that ebook. So my suggestion for the ebook is to go to the My Stat Lab platform, and you can see right underneath the assignments tab, there's a tab called eText. If you click on it, you can actually get the official textbook of the course. If you click on it, it takes a while for it to load up, but you'll see in a little bit when it opens up, you'll see View eText. You click on it, and it'll open up the textbook, the official textbook. The one that's on here, it's kind of a condensed version of the book. I did not like it, but I suggest that you get the one from the platform. That one's probably the best one. Make sure that you guys register for first before you get any access to My Stat Lab. You have to register first to get access to it. And make sure that you all go through the modules and complete each weekly assignments, whether it's homework, quizzes, discussions, exams. Make sure that you complete them. Words of advice. Try not to fall behind on your assignments. Try to be ahead or on pace. For the 16-week, it's not that bad. But some people work. A lot of y'all probably work full time, and so you probably come home late trying to do the work. Try to do it as soon as possible. Don't fall behind, because trust me, it happens. A lot of students fall behind and they end up dropping the course. So you have to keep track. All the assignments, homeworks, quizzes, discussions will all be open. Well, not the discussions, but the homework and the quizzes will all be open for the whole entire semester. The only thing that has certain times that you can only open are going to be the exams and the discussions. So you can work ahead. Please, by all means, work ahead. Don't fall behind on your assignments, because if you do, it'll be hard to keep track. Now, for those of you that are taking the 8-week class, all right, the 8-week. Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit challenging for y'all, because we're meeting half of the time that a 16-week class does. So you will have to do a lot more work for this course. So you have to keep track. You have to keep pace or be ahead to be successful in our course. Again, make sure that you guys go through the course orientation, explore the tabs, and the best place to go is modules. You have to go to modules and start working on your weekly modules and keep track of all your due dates and complete them on time. Again, if you all have any questions, feel free to email me, text me if you have any questions. But please, everyone that has gone through the course orientation has successfully passed the course with flying colors. So that's my advice. All right, so good luck to you all. That's how I look. And I hope you guys have a successful semester. Thank you.